Hello traders and welcome to this week's segment of our market breakdowns. Now before we continue, if you're new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and also like the video and watch till the end. Wasting any time, we're going to start by looking at Nzdchf. Now as you can see, we are on this descending channel and the market went up here after hitting this order block here. So last week, after we caught this buy, the market went into this supply region and the market started tanking. Now, my bias on this pair on the long run hasn't changed, right? What has changed though is the conditions that I'm going to enter on, because last week, Thursday, I think, on the 4-hour, we saw that there was a retest, there was a breakout here and a retest. Now, unfortunately, we got taken out of this trade with a loss. Like I said, my bias in the long run hasn't changed. So I'm still expecting the market to break through this level eventually, and I'm going to start buying. But I'm not going to buy until the market fully breaks this opposing supply. So if the market breaks through this opposing supply and also breaking this trend line, that's when I'm going to buy. So this is the first buying opportunity that I see in the long run. Another opportunity that I see is from here. We have this demand over here that's waiting to be tested. Still fresh, hasn't been tested. The market can drop to the downside to retest it. And if it does retest it and give us the necessary confirmation, the supply here will be our first take profit. And then we're going to add positions upon getting a breakout from this descending resistance. If this demand isn't strong enough to hold, there's also this nested demand over here. This is where my limit order is. I'm going to be waiting for the market to retest this area over here. And this is the final area where I'm going to be looking for buys. But if you ask me over the next couple of months, I'm looking at buy signals for Nzdchf. Now let's move on to other pairs. So on Nzdjpy, it's the same thing. We tried to buy from this breakout here, but ended up being played. Now I'm seeing an opportunity to sell, and we're going to be taking profits into this demand zone over here. In the long run, also in Nzdjpy, I think that the market is going to buy. This is because of certain confirmations that we saw on higher time frames. To get the full analysis on that, visit our Telegram channel. It's all there. But now let's go to a 4-hour and see clearly what the market is doing on a lower time frame. So as you can see here, I'm recording this at 1:10 South African time. As you can see here, you got this channel, ascending channel. Got your first test, second test, and then the market went down. And normally with these trend line channels, you have 3 tests before the market breaks. So with this, upon the 3rd test, the buy orders here weren't enough to push prices high, and the sell orders eventually broke this level of support. Now we see that the market has come back to retest that area. And one of 2 things can happen. This can pose as a false breakout and continue to the upside, strong candlestick breaking through this trend line over here, and then printing a correction on a lower time frame, a continuation above, or the market can literally continue to the downside. If we get a continuation to the downside, I'm taking profits. I'm taking profits at 75.78. So these are my thoughts on Nzdjpy. Let's move on to another pair. Now I shared this signal on Telegram. What had happened was the market created an imbalance here, went to the upside, and recently came back to retest that imbalance. So this is why you get that fresh push to the upside, because there was fresh demand on this level. the market went and got liquidity over here, right? So there were a few people who took their profits on this area over here. This is why you got a turn. Now, here's what I think. This is my opinion. Could be wrong. But I think that in the long run, we're going to get a retest onto this demand area over here, a young consolidation on a lower time frame, and then we're going to get a break to the upside or a continuation to the upside. After getting that, this is where I'm going to be placing my take profit. Mind you, I've already entered a position here, so I'm still holding. But then when the market, as soon as the market comes back to retest this area, I'm going to be moving my stop loss to 0.90496. So those are my thoughts on USDCHF. Remember last week I posted an analysis on Eurojpy. So this is an update on Eurojpy. We haven't gotten any confirmation to trade either direction, but as you can see, it looks like the market is going more or is leaning more towards the downside. We still have to wait for a breakout below this area of demand over here, because in as much as the market is trying to print out bears, there's still a very good possibility that the market will continue to the upside. So remember from last week's video, we're not doing anything unless we get a breakout from this level, and we're not doing anything unless we get a breakout from this level. AUD, the same thing. The market's still very much stuck within this consolidation box, and we're not going to do anything unless the market breaks either the resistance and the support. Now, I just want us to check the dollar index, and then we are done with today's segment. So as you can see, the dollar index is on this supply over here, and this is our second test. What was supposed to happen after this second test, actually, we were supposed to get a drop to at least this area of liquidity here. And if the market broke this area over here, then we was expecting a further drop to the downside, where we're going to be taking profits on this demand area over here. But then the market is still stuck. And from our analysis on higher time frames, it looks like the market will continue, or there is a chance that the market will continue to the upside. So this is why we're not doing anything, mainly on EURUSD. Trading is a waiting game, and it's not every week where you will find good opportunities. Some weeks you just meant to sit down and back test or look at other things, right? This week is one of those weeks where I don't see a lot of good opportunities that are worth taking in the market. But I'll keep an eye on the market, and if I see anything worth taking, I will post something on Telegram. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you stuck to this point and you still haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button and also the like button. That's all I have for you guys today. Till we meet again. Peace.